Hey there, everybody. What's up? It's GleeCon, and here we are again. It's been a while. It's been a few days this week since we've got to do our retail. Today, we're going to continue the journey trying to get GleeCon strong enough to kill Booty Bay bruisers so that we can finally become one of the Bloodsail pirates for our ultimate retail exploration of all the things that have remained ever since the days of Classic. So stay a while and listen. She's 31. So I think we're going to probably need to get close to, if not fully hitting that level cap where mobs trivialized. I believe the Booty Bay Bruisers freeze at somewhere around level 30. We're at 31 now. Now we have another consideration, another small thing that's going to enter the fray. Oh, you know what we have to start with is the Lunar Festival. Before Lunar Festival ends, we are in the middle of the Lunar Festival event, I believe, if you look. So we actually have to do retail Lunar Festival. That's okay. It's going to get us a little bit of XP and help us level up. So let's go find Lunar Festival. Probably not the first page. Okay, so there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total quests. 1, 2, 3 of them are neutral. And you have, it looks like 2 are... Oh wow, it looks like there are multiple versions. Event is currently in progress. So, this is why it says, as far as retail goes, this is the one that, I just clicked this first one. And it says, talk to the Lunar Festival Harbinger in the Valley of Wisdom in Orgrimmar, but if you look at it, there are actually 3 starting points, and it looks like this is a weird one. They're all coded with the same code. So what is the difference between this one and this one? So there are 2 8875 and 8873. So it's that time of year. I do not know how we find. One starts at the Lunar Festival Herald. And I'm not sure. The Situation in Dalaran is the name of one of these. I'm not exactly sure. Now, Undercity, Orgrimmar, Thunder Bluff all seem... You can also talk to Lunar Festival Harbingers in other capital cities. Lunar Festival Rise in Thunder Bluff. In the Valley of Wisdom. And if you click some of these, Undercity, and what's the 4th one? Talk to this one. Okay, so one of them is straight up, talk to this guy, but it happens in Dornegal. That obviously cannot be. It starts, I see. One starts at the Lunar Festival Herald, and the other starts at the Holiday Enthusiast, but that did not start anytime soon. So we're looking at 8873, 8874, 8875. I have no idea. Orgrimmar, Undercity, and Elder Rise. So let's start there by finding out this Orgrimmar one. Let's talk to that one. Where is this guy at? And we're going to bop over to all of our other Horde characters real quick. This one should be right up here. There he is. So Lunar Festival Herald.
Greetings, traveler.
It's that time of year, GleeCon. The Cenarian Circle invites all denizens of Azeroth to partake in our celebration of the Lunar Festival. You'll find the Lunar Festival Harbinger in this very city at a location marked by a blessed circle of moonlight. She can tell you more about the holiday. Now we will bounce back over to her. Him, her, whatever. Okay, so there are different basic versions of this quest. The other ones have been added in at later patches. Obviously, those other cities didn't exist, but each capital basically has its
How
own.
may I aid you?
Welcome, Gleekon. Are you here to join in the festivities?
Well,
Why, yes, I am. Alright, so that was the Lunar Festival. So we are going to kind of make this... we're going to add this right here. Column to the left. We are going to call this... I don't know what color we want to make this. I think we made it kind of a tealish right here. And I want to have it centered and boldened. And this is going to be Luna. How about we don't use inspect elements? Lunar Festival. And then let's add a little color. How about that? Okay, and this first one is just going to be called, what is it called? Just the Lunar Festival. Easy peasy. Now we're going to name these by their like organization. So, or whatever, their capital. All right, so we will be back to check this out in a mo. I don't think we got any XP for that. All right, so let's go back. Gleevenger. So apparently there's one in Stormwind, right? I would imagine. That it looks like these original capitals are there, and then when you look at the other two, they're not there. If you look at our actual list of quests, there are only 5, which is a little bit weird. Because there's clearly 3, and for whatever reason, Thunderbluff and Orgrimmar, Undercity is not listed anymore, but I bet you it does exist. We're going to check that one out anyway. All right, so let's try to find the Alliance one. Stormwinds. This is Ironforge. This is Stormwind. All right, so we want to find this guy. He's kind of near the entrance. Cool, we're in Stormwind. Perfect. These should all just be wham bam, thank you ma'am. Very quick incidences of the event. And we're not really doing much. We're just doing the breadcrumb part. Alright, so this guy is specifically located in this little brown building. Right behind us, right around here. There they are. Okay. It's that time of year, Gleevenger. The Cenarian Circle invites all denizens of Azeroth to partake in our celebration of the Lunar Festival. You will find the Lunar Festival Harbinger in this very city at a location marked by a blessed circle of moonlight. She can tell you more about the holiday. Alright, so from this point forward, we don't have to read them. Now, it's not actually, if you look, not actually in the city. It's actually out of the front doors. So, maybe that's a change. I don't know. And look, the Love is in the Air events are still active too. Rare time of year when you have 2 active at once.
I am listening. Ishnu Allah.
Okay, so, cool. Let's go back in the gates proper just to... gain some rested XP as we continue to sit out. We might have hit the cap already on that character. Alright, so Ironforge. Sure. She's in Stormwind, Gleesting Wary, but we can send her over to Ironforge. So if we look at the Ironforge docks, this is Ironforge. Oh, let's add our spreadsheet. We did the same thing, but we did Stormwind. Okay. Ironforge is next. Yeah, let's get off some of these. So Ironforge, right here. Looks like it's found right at the entrance and dropped off in the Mystic Ward. We can probably stay here. It's also not that... it would not be... I gotta normalize my flying activities here. Oh, man. There we go. Alright, so we are taking her to Ironforge, for the second capital city version. And really, there's no difference. So if you're not the only reason we're doing this is so that every potential quest ID code gets tagged that we have completed it. So do not feel bad if you don't do these. From a lore perspective, you're not missing out. But if you want to ultimately be clocked as having an account that has the maximum possible number of unique quest codes by account, you're interested in being tops in the world, these quest ID number completions matter. Alright, so here we go. Not that long of a flight over. I honestly think that was probably faster than using the tram. Okay, so we're looking for our harbingers here. I don't think you can complete them on the same character, or I would have done that. There they are. Same deal. We don't have to do anything here. Yeah, same words. And we'll leave our homegirl here in Orgrimmar. I don't think, like I said, I don't think we're getting any XP.
What brings you here?
Yeah, nothing. So this is just quest ID, whatever. Alright, next on the list, let's see what we got. Thunder Bluff. Perfect, and our homeboy is here in Thunder Bluff. Now, maybe for the quests themselves, the neutral ones, we will be able to do that with... okay, so we just did Iron Forge on the spreadsheet. Halfway done with the boring part, with the major boring part. If we look at the Thunder Bluff version, looks like it starts at the bottom and ends at the top. Looks like it starts over there, kind of in the center. Okay, we're looking for a harbinger type, lunar person. There they go.
What brings you here?
I really got to figure out how to make it. Again, I need to normalize that. And boom, same spots as before. So for instance, if you're trying to accomplish some of this craziness, where are they at? There she is. Okay.
Hail.
Alright, cool. 4 done. As we log out over, we just did the Thunder Bluff version. Alright, next on the list. Darnassus? Sure. I don't know what my... I don't know what we're gonna get here. What's my Hearthstone set for with this character? That's really... Dolinar, perfect. That's actually a great one. Enchant, is he an enchant? No, he's an alchemist, so I should be sending that over to somebody. Who is my alliance enchanter? My mage? So let's send that over to Gleamageddon. Yeah, so I was planning on allowing this to be allowing us to do this for make up for the couple of messages that not messages, accounts that we met this week. Not accounts, dang it. The couple of the videos that we skipped. There we go, man. You know, it's Friday. I had to sit through one of the most long, boring trainings known to man. Alright, what is it? That is Lunar Festival Emissary right there. We don't even need your help.
How may I help?
You stinking... person? Yeah, such a long... It just fried my brain. It was one of those things where it's like...
Hello.
You go to a training and a mandatory I'm not doing these for fun, and maybe this is common in government. I don't know. Maybe you guys aren't used to this. I don't know. We're gonna put Dar for Darnassus. Okay, 6th one. That's Undercity. Demonology. Anyway, state regulation. Blah blah blah. Look, this is something I've been doing my job for a long time, and I get there are some newbies that probably feel good to having someone on hand that you can talk to and ask questions about. We're gonna just fly up to Undercity. I'm sure that feels good. And I understand that. But that's not me. And when my training basically consists of hours and hours of someone reading pretty much verbatim hundreds of PowerPoint slides with every dozen or so asking the room any questions, and people might have a question here and there. I'm not saying they don't. Like I said, there are some people that are kind of new to it, but I am a big boy that has been doing my job a long time. I know how to find the answers to my questions. I am familiar with 98% of what I'm being shown, and the couple little things that might be specific to this new area that's being put under my umbrella that's similar to a lot of other things I can do, I'll figure it out. And if not, I would know in the worst case scenario who to ask. I know how to pick up the phone and call the people above me. I know how to call government offices at the state. I know how to do it. So, alright, I don't know how we're doing on time here. Is this good Lordaeron or bad Lordaeron? We gonna find out. Alright, let's find out. Where is the Undercity version of this? This is our last one. Inside. Allegedly. We're gonna see because I don't know which version we are. There's the Lunar Festival person. Yeah, they're literally right here. Talk to the Harbinger.
Traveler.
That's Lunar Fireworks. Where's the Lunar Festival person? It says Lunar Festival Herald. Maybe the Lunar Festival Herald is... Yeah, it looks like the Lunar Festival Herald is inside the city. Then they're going to send us back up to where we just were. Oh, is this the bad version? Oh, it's good. Okay, good. Oh, look at this. Too bad we're not going to get XP because she's like a millimeter away from leveling up. So anyway, so like, just let me read the 200 slides on my own. Let me read it at my own pace. Let me decide what to skim and not to skim. Just let me do that. And then... But, I mean, whatever. It's all about compliance and covering your butt legally. Because if anything ever happened and you wanted to ever get litigious...
The winds guide you.
So this is another weird one where you got to be careful because this is not listed. If you look at this quest right here. Ah, this one's not added to one... Well, none of them are added to 112. So maybe that's my problem. Maybe some were added before, because if you look at some of these others... So, that's arguable. But basically what we're saying is some of the Lunar Festival stuff was not added until 112. And some of that we're not going to be able to do. And that is what it is. That is just something we'll deal with in a year. We'll go back and we'll be doing all of the old, hey, these are the ones we missed because they were most likely world events that we weren't up to that patch yet. And that'll just happen each time. That's okay. It's not a big deal. It's kind of unavoidable. Alright, so now we've gotten all of our ones done. That one didn't pop up on this list because for whatever reason, the Undercity version is tagged as not coming out till patch 112. That explains its absence from the list, but we're going to take care of it. At least anything we can catch like that, 112 is close enough. I don't mind going ahead of the game. All right, so there are a few others. Literally, so there's 5. There's 2 quests, Lunar Fireworks and Valadar Star Song. They're still available from the beginning here.
Well met.
So, same quest we just did on retail this week. Every year the Druids of Moonglade hold a celebration of our city's great triumph over an ancient evil. We celebrate the wisdom of our elders, share in magnificent feasts, and of course shoot fireworks. For a small donation you can purchase colorful rockets from our vendor. Try using some of the launchers around here, Gleekon. I will do just that. So we need 8 lunar fireworks and 2 firework clusters, so we're going to have to purchase these from the Lunar Festival vendor. Look at these, cool. Moonglow. And now you can buy things right here with a bunch of ancestral coins. Notice they are much more expensive for these transmogs. But we just need... boom. And now I can just come right to the launchers. Do they look different now? No. Basically the same as they've ever looked. I mean, that cluster one looks pretty cool. With 3 of them. And there we go. Alright, so... well done, Gleekon. Now that you're in the spirit of things, why don't you take this invitation to the festival in Moonglade? It's quite an enjoyable celebration if you have the time to spare. We share food, drink, stories, and of course more fireworks. Open the invitation while standing inside the circle of greater moonlight and you'll be transported to Moonglade. Alright, so that was lunar fireworks. Again, just as we have completed. Lunar fireworks. And we are going to use this to do Valadar Star Song. Now that you have your Lunar Festival invitation, you may travel to Moonglade. There you will find many revelers, and in the village of Nighthaven, Valadar Star Song and his sister Fariel await those eager to participate in the celebration. Travel to Moonglade through the greater moonlight and speak with Valadar Star Song. See what prizes you might gain during the festival. Alright, we will do exactly that, although we will not be participating in the other aspects of the festival. I'm kind of burnt on it after doing it for Classic. I'll deal with it next year when we have a greater run. Perfect. While we are here, though, we already explored this area, I suppose. I don't think there's any rares or whatever around here. And we already came here just to explore at one point. Okay, and there's our guy. You can hear Omen. Gleekon, welcome to Nighthaven, host of the Lunar Festival. Although our village is normally remote and sequestered from the peoples of Azeroth, during this time of celebration we open our arms and hearts to all. Enjoy your visit, Gleekon, and speak with me or my sister. Again, we're ready. What the heck is this? It's a pet. A pet bomb? Bomb crab? Oh, that's crazy. We did gain a little bit of XP for that one, actually. Cool. Alright, so Valadar Star Song. Those are all the ones that we can complete for now. And we cannot... there's nothing else that's coming right now. Alright, so back we go. Next aspect... I don't know why I cannot... mounts are not allowed on this platform. Okay, fine. No judgment. We're now going to go down to Ashenvale. Ashenvale has a few things going on for us. Most notably, we can begin by questing good old town of Ashenvale. So if we go back to our spreadsheet for what we have already completed, remember, we're just trying to get XP, guys. We need Vorsha the Lasher. Northern Barrens? It's not one that I've completed. Weird. Spellwood, we will eventually be there. So Vorsha the Lasher, I know, is going to appear over here, so that's where we're heading right now. I'm not looking at Fellwood. I'm not looking at these other areas. This is just us living our life. Did expose some of these. Cool. That's XP for now. Remember, we are trying our best to get to every level or so. Our Hearthstone is set to right by Booty Bay. We're gonna still keep that. We're really opening up a majority of Fellwood. So I've got a few thousand. Things are getting a little tougher. We need 28,000 XP now. So even though we're getting 500 per, not really as cool as it seems. Alright, there's the beach. And we're gonna kick off with Vorsha the Lasher. Alright, so, and remember, we are going to continue to look for tin. See what our XP for finding tin is as we continue to. We are at 200. We have about 500. I got Moss Agate. That's good. We got about 500 copper. So I am fine until getting a couple hundred more tin. But when we get, because it's a great way to get XP. We're getting, well, right now we have rested, so I wonder if the rest, I don't think rested XP. Yeah, so we just get 1,000 per tin now. So that's good if you think about a little bit less. So about 30 ores, maybe it's because of rested, but after about 30 ores, you're gonna level up. And you think, that's ridiculously easy. That's just crazy. What do we get right here? Anything special? No, just rep gains. Oh, rep gains are up right now. That's going to help us if we can ever get these freaking Booty Bay people ready to roll. Alright, did I already do Vorsha the Lasher? No, I didn't. So let's go ahead and kick that off. Perfect. And let's open up something. Do I still have one of those potions? I do. So let's open up 2 hours of even more XP. And maybe we'll get lucky here. So we're going to go ahead and just do the quests first, because I think that'll help us. What I am worried about is these quests are going to kind of bottom out soon. Mobs are going to bottom out, and then we're going to get no XP from things soon. So at that point in time, we might have to go back and forth between Chromie time. What I'm worried about is that Chromie time, one level below, that's par for the course. That's nothing special. But what I'm worried about is that Chromie time will lock us out, or will make the bruisers more tough. That is my concern. These guys, I'm not really worried about it, but these quests will help us. Cool. So it's been a little bit of time since we've gotten some kills. So again, they're going to just give us a dagger. 37. Now we have 37, 32. Cool. Can't complain. Even that being said, we're only at 18. So, not as good as it needs to be at all. We do need that wool. We need as much wool as we can get for our... what do you call it? Yeah, when he hits him like that, it takes a little bit of my glory away. For our engineering. I need as much wool as I can get for engineering. I'm going to try, guys, to get better about having my brain work. I don't know what. It's not the best. Not the best brain, you know? I don't know what is considered, what would make someone be considered as having the best brain. But for many, many reasons, it's not this guy's brain. Cool, I do like this wool that we're getting. We're getting about 300 per kill, that's with rested. So if you're wondering whether or not this is the way to go, killing mobs, I'm going to go with a no on that. Alright, we just gained a cloak. current cloak is 20. This is now at 34. That's great. That jumped us up to over 19. I think this lady's got to die too. Okay. Alright, so the point of this one is you go up there, we fight a few waves of mobs, and then old Vorshut Lasher will pop up. It might be a little harder for us now. We are definitely starting to struggle since we're in no way, shape, or form in any kind of elite gear. Like I said, we're level 31, and yet we're wearing large chunks of gear. First of all, we don't have a helmet or a necklace yet. So we're missing chunks just off the bat. We're missing 2 pieces of gear. Not to mention the second trinket, although the trinkets are not contributing to our item level. We should get another. This is the brazier, Gleekon. Put it out. Vorsha is a beast worthy of praise. We don't need to read them. We already did this quest. Actually, I think we've done this one a couple times. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Boom. Okay, cool. Okay, so we are... That's one wave. Remember, we got 2 waves we need to deal with. Allows some of my cooldowns back. We're out of combat. Maybe that helps here. We could always... Another one. Okay. I'm gonna pop my defensive enchant here. Uh-oh. Oh, bro. That crab. That crab. Oh, that freaking crab got me. I just failed the quest. Son of a biscuit. Because I accidentally aggroed that crab. Bro. Now I have to wait for him to respawn. Alright, so next time, I'm not going to try to aggro everybody at once. Next time, rather than applying everything to everybody, I'm going to try to just single target jump. Single target jump. 1, then I won't aggro the crab. 2, maybe the dude can hold his own a little bit. I think maybe if I clear the area. Because we have a little bit of time to kill now anyway. So, while we're killing time. Sucks. So we did get some stuff. I did not use my mark. Could have used, you know, more.
I don't have a target.
But I was not anticipating needing that level of... I guess you can back up with that one. I don't know. Homegirl needs some more defense, I'll tell you that much. Alright, let's see if he just insta goes back or if there's like a whole wait to respawn. If he insta goes back, cool. Good on us. He does, so that's good. Alright, try again. So that's something that that's a little better than classic. We don't have to worry about him just bopping out of nowhere. It sucked. It's a bummer. Okay, so we're waiting on him to walk around. To be fair, this is tagged as a 2-person quest. So, I don't know. Maybe that's accurate. I really think it's a reflection of me not being appropriately geared because of the nature of how we're running the content, where a lot of my levels coming from exploring, single kill elites, just high XP kill. I think that's a big part of where it comes from. But as you see here, I think what I'll do is I'll try to bop some of my stuff. Try to single target a little bit. Maybe use my evasion a little bit more. Maybe clear some side people. You know, not be so intent on trying to get... we could use a blind. I could use a sap. They're all things that are totally viable. Look, Vorsha the Lasher's right there. He's spawned in. I killed that last person and Vorsha spawned in. Ridiculous. I wonder if we just have to kill him off the bat, or how that's gonna work. Where's my dude? Alright, so we're at about half life. I'm gonna rejuve myself a little bit while I wait. I don't know if we're gonna have to kill Vorsha twice. We might have kinda cooked ourselves a little bit here. Very possible. I could go clear the way, I guess. Certainly not the craziest thing I could do. And I don't think it's gonna be like, hey, you get to kill Vorsha, and now you've killed Vorsha. I think we gotta do this thing twice. Here we go. Alright, so we will get Vorsha. Seems mildly tough, but not like... not the worst. But good to know, like, I need to save maybe some of my extensive cooldowns on him. Where's my dude? Oh, he is fighting. He's about to die. Oh, bro. Ah, he can't even handle one dude by himself. That sucks. Okay, so good to know that, but I was going to be cooked anyway because I had to clear that guy out of the way, so we're going to have to walk with him again. This one has... this is an example of how the game 100% is not... and we are one level above this quest. I'm just not very good. So maybe because he died, he's got to respawn? I don't know how long that respawn is going to last. Let's see how long it takes him. I can get the fishing done. That's, there was a... we can at least do... we're gonna have to fish on this shore anyway. So I could go here for this oily blackmouth. I don't want... oh, whatever, I'll do it. We'll do our 5 fishing casts out here on the ocean, because that was one of our things. Well, we could open up some of these foot lockers since we have lockpicking now. Alright, so first time I died, second time he died. That does seem to indicate to me that gonna need to be smart. It was the crab. Honestly, I just about had it if it wasn't up for that crab. Okay. It's 2 fishing. And you can't leave him alone. I thought if I went and cleared Vorsha, he'd be okay, but he aggroed the one guy. He could not hold his own against that one dude. So, and if he dies, it's game over. Alright, we gained 1 point. We're up to 110 fishing. Hooray! And working up to 225 is where the goal is, so we are almost, we're 2-3 points away of fishing. Oh, I failed again. That's probably why he didn't spawn. I didn't abandon. That's exactly why. Why did I use evasion? That should not be right there. Now I just wasted my evasion. Stupid. Well, whatever. It's only 2 minutes. We'll be back. That's why he wasn't there.
Speak victory.
And we go again. Follow me closely, he says, and then proceeds to walk agonizingly slowly. We will try again. We are halfway, approximately. We're right about the halfway mark of getting to level 32. 31 is just like, okay, you got yourself a small little boost.
Farewell.
Where you at, bro? Oh, he already went out. Alright, now we'll go. These guys respawning again. She's just, as a rogue, I'm just not very hardy. I really think you can be much hardier than what we are. I just think we don't have all of our skills yet for that. That will allow us to be a little bit more defensive. That's part of it. Gear is another very big part of it. So if we can get lucky and get some more mysterious satchels, that would be helpful. Just constantly using our Crimson Vial on cooldown. Why is this guy? Yeah, so that must have spawned right in because he was not ready. Also, dude, he was right here. That guard could not come help. Just couldn't happen. Seems dumb. Seems like bad guarding. That this guy, this grunt, did not come 2 feet to help his friend. Okay, fine. It's more than 2 feet. But what could it have been? 30 feet? Like, that's like running across the living room. You can't run across the living room and help your friends? Sure. It's like you want them to die. Or can you make it across the water this time without dying? I don't freaking know. Keep my eye on him. Okay. All right. Okay. Now that I remember about that too, we're going to be using that. Alright, so now we can put that out. Get ready for them to charge up. There we go. We got to get these guys first. But I do need to hit everybody up. Come on. Oh, I should have hit the speed. Okay, so as that chills for a second, I'm going to immediately get on that healing tip. Okay. It's round 1. Round 2 is what got us last time. But I got to stay away from those crabs. Oh man, we got a crab. Okay. That time went a lot better. I wonder if it was because he actually held some of the threat on some of these guys. He senses the great beast drawing near, and he will... There it is. So now we will get to fight Vorsha. And he's going to aggro Vorsha in the beginning on his own. Okay. Okay. We will also eventually gain that ability to get that hemorrhaging move. We have done it! Hey, huzzah! That was hard. That was difficult. That's probably the most challenging thing we've done on retail so far. Which makes me sad that the character that I've chosen to be my main is the one that is like, can't barely do a level 30 quest.
Roll hall.
Alright.
For the hole.
Perfect, though. Good XP. A level 30 ring. Great. So we have now upgraded to 21, so that did help us. That was a little bit better of the other ring we had. Alright, what's the next quest on the list? Simmer down now. I have no idea. I do not remember where that one is. Simmer down now. Warcraft. Ba-ba-bum. That is found... Oh, that's the water elemental quest. Cool. So we're going to be going down here. Alright, meanwhile, let's go ahead and... I wish I could see a map of all the rares all at once. That would allow... Oh, I forgot. We're supposed to be... We need to be checking out ore. Getting our tin. We need to be exploring. I mean, all this is good, but 1,000 XP per ore? That's much faster and more helpful for our ultimate goals. Exploring, you know. Whatever is out and about around here. Cool. I'm just going to assume what we see is tin. Ashenvale, absolutely one of the best spots for tin. Alterac Mountains, we saw that on our Alliance character, is also very good, but Ashenvale is pretty good when it's just the trees suck. We'll look for elites while we're here too. I actually think we might finish out this whole zone before we mess around with going back. What's up here? Beltheron's Haunt. That's copper. Right. I don't know why I just felt like it was going to be copper. Beltheron's Haunt didn't give us any XP. So. Good, great. Beltheron's Corpse. There we go. Level 32. Alright, so last thing we did was we gained evasion. Let's open up Assassination. Let's look up the old ASS. Alright, we're going to gain Iron Stomach. This one gives us, from potions, Hellstones, and our Crimson Vial, an extra 25% healing. That's great. Considering, so maybe it was 20% healing before, and now it's up to 25. I don't know exactly what it was, but... Oh, we also are allowed to have Flamebreaker and Stormbreaker as titles now. Cool. Why is this not, like, appearing? What is it that we're missing? Something is stopping us from having that appear on the map, and I don't know what it is. But 32. Cool for us. Yeah, see, that's... Or is that just not part of the map? No, that has got to be... There's something here that's stopping us. Not Bathur's Haunt, because it did say we explored that. What's this? Maybe it's... I see kind of a little... Ruins of Ord-Delaran? Maybe. We'll be back for you guys later. Maybe it's kind of like right here. This little area. Whatever this is. Yeah, this is the Ruins of Ord-Delaran. I don't... Okay. These guys, I can remember... Oh, they still have it some. These guys have a massive... Look at my life. These guys have a massive... never fixed... They have this thing called Coat of the Thistlefur. It's never been stat squished. It's 164 damage thorns. Ridiculous. I do not know why, to this day, they've never fixed that particular... I think I've maybe even written a ticket about it. I have died to these guys. If you are melee, these guys are a gigantic pain in the butt. Alright, maybe this is the area... I don't know what's going on here. Whoa. There we go. Ah. See, look at this, though. There's still a retreat right there we don't have. So anyway, my moral of that story is be careful. Yeah, we must have been getting our rested XP. Okay, we're gonna go down and fish that one little spot. There's a couple fishing things we're gonna get out of the way. We're gonna get all this, and at the very end, we're gonna rare hunt. Because, you know, I don't think 32 is gonna do it, to be honest. So, you know, it might be 32, 33, I don't know what, but after this zone, absolutely, we'll go back and check it out. And it might not work. We might need to... Remember, there's a small chance, it's a non-zero chance, we need to be 55 to pick up one of the quests. If they never change that requirement. And you never know, like, look, they have this random unsquished thistle fur, so you just never know what will they forget to fix. This small independent company, Blizzard. Alright, we're gonna go fish in these pools right here. Then go by Astronar, fish in those as we go through. Then we're going to fish in this pool and make our way down over there. And this is all, at the very end, this is going to allow us to more or less just hunt for rares very quickly at the end. Just rare to rare to rare. I'll say copper, yeah. Alright, are these pools viable? They might not be. They look pretty dang shallow. Yes, so good to know. I think these pools are not maybe right. No. Okay, so that's good. That saves us a little time. But look at that little tiny lake right there. We'll go check that one out. Then Astronar's pools are absolutely farmable. Or fishable, I mean. 10. To the Thistlefur village we go. Alright, so as we look here, we're at the same about we were before. Rested XP does apply to ore. Good to know. We're down to 400 XP per. Does this little lake... This little lake does look fishable. Okay, we're gonna fish in this little pond. I don't think I've ever fished here. Harbinger Ophotic yells, keeper heartwise, cease your resistance. The goal today is to try to get close to 35 as possible. That's the goal. Because I would like to, in a perfect world, by this weekend, we get this Bloodsail rep done. And we're ready to move on to the next chunk, the 6th out of 8. The heck? Thistlefur Avenger just spawned in the middle of this lake underwater. 6 of 8 zones. So the next one will begin with the Hinterlands. There's nothing. Oh gosh. There's nothing we have to do there other than do the egg escorts. So that's going to be very close, very quick. God, this is gross, man. Jerks. So that'll just be part of an episode that we start the final week. That's easy. Tanaris, for now, only has a... all that Tanaris will have is... the escort also. There are a lot of things that we have to do in Tanaris ultimately, but they don't open until the Gates of Ahn'Qiraj. Also, they're tied into the swashbuckling. We'll be able to... That part won't matter. Then... That, though, Tanaris is kind of the peak. Once you reach there, you should be able to receive max fishing. Cooking. So we've already done our first aid of the old original side jobs. So we're now going to... That will send us to... we will pause when we do Tanaris. So that will be an episode for Alliance and Horde. We will be getting a cook up to at least around 225. So she is getting there kind of already. We're prepping her for that. She is at 121, so she's a little past halfway. Oh, this is... forgot, I'm not Alliance. The Sagefish School. Really don't want these guys to come after me. We're gonna see what happens as I stand right next to Astronaut. I don't know if I can reach that, and I don't want to get closer to that side. We're just gonna stand right here and fish. So that's hopefully... So I will be, due to popular demand, I'll be doing a classic episode on Monday. That is going to be a interstitial level where we get ourselves... We turn in all the quests from Upper Blackrock Spire, and we set ourselves up ready to do Scholomance. The following week we'll be doing our Scholomance run, and then that'll put a bow on all dungeon stuff that's not related to side quests for Alliance characters. So that's the next couple weeks for us. Then March, the rest of March will be consumed with the journey of Upper Blackrock Spire as a Horde character. Less to do... 1, 2, 3, 4. Less to do individually, but there will be the test of skulls, all the different tests. That's going to take us probably an episode or two to get a party and do those. Alright, so that little group right there is done. Now let's explore to the south. We didn't really get a lot of sagefish because I couldn't really get very close to it. Yeah, see, this is just not even close to the same amount of damage as we're getting from those stupid thistle furs. Alright. Yeah, so we'll cross that bridge when we get there, but that will allow us to get Blackwing Lair attuned ultimately on our Horde character. We're going to be doing that. Oh, this is the Horde land now, right? Also, we made good progress on Final Fantasy 1. We beat the third of the side temples that are part of the Chaos, Dawn of Chaos, or whatever it's called. Oh, there's another water right to our right here. Not west, just a fishing spot. So the water one is done. We also now have the best weapon and shield in the game because of that. And we started the final temple, to Tiamat or whatever to get our final crystal. We have 3 of the 4 elemental crystals. We have earth, fire, and water. So on the next episode, when we run that next week, we will be finishing the Temple of Air, Mirage Tower, that kind of stuff. And then 1, 2, 3. So we're up to 115. Maybe we'll be better at fishing soon. Because we're getting a lot of driftwood weeds, which indicates we're not at the appropriate fishing level for this zone. And then we'll open up, after we do that, we'll open up the final. I don't think we might be able to finish it in one go. It's very long. It's a 40-floor final tower, and then we will only have to run that one once. We've slowed down because a lot of the other, of the side Dawn of Chaos, whatever they're called, they are twice. You have to run them at least twice to get some of the bosses. I think the Earth one you have to run 4 times or something, but I don't know what. Did he cast that on me? Alright, we're making our way slowly but surely over here. Because that's where our next quest is, the Simmer Down or whatever it's called. Wow, it's got a bunch of war nodes opened up. So it's slowed down a little bit. There's Ursangus. Is Ursangus Paul one of our things we need? If it is, we might as well. It is. Let's go get him. So we can always just save the Paul and go do the quest later. But that's one of our quests.
I need to get closer.
Since homeboy is right here, right? What's that at? Blood elf. Alright. So we'll accept that Ursangus Paul quest. Do that, we're not really bad. I mean, we can do it out of order. It doesn't really matter, but we don't even have to. So we're making good progress, right? Sure. Alright, so we have yet another fishing spot. Ashenvale is a big old behind zone. Lots of things to explore for us. But we have done that. We've explored the vast majority of the zone. A lot of tin. 330. Making good progress there. Now that our rested XP is worn off. Cool, another Moss Agate. Always love that. Alright, we're gonna fish here and then gain our Maestral Lake. That bad boy up, and then we're gonna get our quest. Okay. And we can open up Ursangus's Call. Turn that one in. And we're gonna pick up the quest called Simmer Down Now. I think that's just like go kill these befouled water elementals. Pretty sure. So anyway, I think I'm hoping we can beat that, and then we'll be done. There's only one. I think it's Soul of Chaos and Dawn of something are the two expansions to Final Fantasy 1 that came out in much later years. One of them introduces the 4 Chaos Shrines. That's what it is, yeah, Soul of Chaos. And then the other one is called Dawn of Souls. And the Dawn of Souls there is one additional mega dungeon, but I'm gonna save that till like right before we're on the last dungeon because that one is very challenging. That one has the hardest boss in the game. And so the higher the level, the better. We're pretty good. You know, I have kind of found a way to use my emulator to sort of cheat the system. Lame as that is, I'm not above it in grinding out some of this stuff. Because it's very grindy. Like, of course, the solution could just be grind until you get to level 100. But, because they upped the level. The original Final Fantasy 1 cap is level 50. What is this called? Simmer Down Now. No, I'm pretty sure it's inside here. This guy. Tarkin. Yeah.
Loktar.
So, Ursangus' Paul. Let's go ahead and turn that in. Cool. And Simmer Down Now.
Mokra.
No. Oh, they're still selling the Valentine stuff. Alright. 7 minutes on this. We are at 55%. I'm totally stoked about the... We need some Leech. I do think that's another thing. I think we will eventually get Leech. That's going to be huge for us because we attack so fast. Leech is truly a huge upgrade for an assassin rogue. Really makes everything more sustainable. Alright, that's 2. Of course, there's Tidris right there. Hydrus is both part of the quest and I believe drops a pickup quest too. Cool. Alright, let's kill Hydrus as part of it here. Great. The bubble fell off. Honestly, not doing a lot of damage to us now, so it depends on, I guess, the type of creature you are. This Hydrus ain't doing anything to us. Yep, we got the fouled element. Fairly certain that is the quest we need. Perfect. Yeah, I don't know why all of a sudden these guys seem to be much easier. And maybe it's that we ding 32. I don't know. Maybe that's second level. Yeah, and that's a good thing to know. Look, they have not picked up. So they are now 2 levels below us. That is dropping their XP value. So killing mobs is gonna give us increasingly diminishing returns. However, it will trivialize our quest. You know, it's a little of this, little of that. What do we value more? Being able to one-shot mobs or having them give level-appropriate gear? Probably the level-appropriate gear. So
I need to get closer.
But now for our Booty Bay Bruisers, we don't want that to happen. We want them to be trivialized. And again, I don't remember if it happens at around level 4, 5, or 6. But it's at a certain point the
I'm out of range.
the amount of level you are above these guys becomes noticeable at some point. And then at some point it becomes like there's a mechanic, a trivialized mechanic where they essentially can't hurt you. You one-shot everything, and the rewards are removed, essentially. Like, I don't think you get any XP once they're trivialized, or maybe like 2. So then it will be... Now, I don't know if the quests are also trivialized with their XP. I would guess yes, but you can always, again, turn on Chromie time. So we're gonna have to see how that goes. Alright, we need 3 more of these little elementals. I also like the much greater time you can spend underwater now. It does make life easier. Alright, so there's fishing in this river. But that might be just about the end of our fishing. Yeah, with that. Now, of course, we could always sap into, if we wanted to really be smart, what you could do is, it only works on humanoids, beasts, demons, and dragonkin, so you can't sap this elemental. But where possible, you absolutely could sap into an ambush just to increase your defense. That's a meta. That's an idea. And I could see people wanting you as a rogue, even just like go sap the boss first. Because then you get a few seconds of decreased damage from the boss. Who wouldn't want that? Alright, cool. We're done there. I see a tin. We're going to get that right there. Then we'll go back and turn that in. Simmer down now is going to be done. Oh, there is a little lake up here. And a little stream right here. What? Okay. We'll fish it. Plus, this is a pool, so we have a little bit more success with the pools. I don't know what that Krolog's hut is going on. Also, what's our timer right now? Alright, so we are over halfway. I'm going to try to wrap it. I have a bunch of cooking to do. I don't think I'm gonna make a mega long episode, but I would like to finish this zone. So if I'm close, then I might find myself going over and making a long episode. So we're gonna see. I don't know how long. I'm gonna be making some steak sandwiches with a little pancetta asparagus. So I'm gonna have to cook the steak. That's not a crazy long time. I'll caramelize some onions first. That honestly takes almost longer than cooking the steak. And put it in the oven. Should we look at this little area up here? Upper Lake? What is this place? I mean, it's on the map. So we could fish here? I don't know what this lake is. It's like a mixture lake. You know what? That might be part of Northern Barrens. It's okay. We'll fish it too. We need fishing points, so. And then the asparagus. That's gonna be quick to cook. Not a lot of prep work. I think I'm put, some asparagus, pancetta, garlic. Maybe some herbs. I will probably throw. I think I'm gonna thinly slice some leek. Throw that in there too. All still, the veggie prep work is going to take longer than the cooking. And a lot of these things I can be prepping that while I'm making the other stuff. Like, I anticipate I got about an hour of cooking. Hour and a half at the outside. So, not too extreme, but tomorrow I'm going to be making, if you're interested in the culinary adventures, this is one thing I mentioned on this show, and I don't always talk about it, but I'm usually cooking. Well, the way it works is, I am really into recipes, and food science, and exploring the culinary palette, and looking for new recipes, and yada yada yada. But because of that, my cooking takes longer.
For the Horde.
Alright, we got some XP out of that one. That was good. Alright, what's next? Between a rock and a thistle fir? Where the heck does that come from? Between a rock and a thistle fir. Between a sore rock and a hard place. Between a rock. Why won't it tell me? And a thistle fir. Finally. Alright, that's picked up by Karang Amakar. So, who is that dude? He's at the northern end of this area? Okay. Oh, Hellscream's Watch, I see. There is an actual camp up there. Got it. No, we just got some points for the Skunk Works. So there you go. You just never know when you're gonna get a little bit of XP. Oh, let's go grab that too. Always need to be keeping our eyes open for the free XP. The remains of Iris Lake. Boom! We just got 1,000 XP for finding those two little areas that are. Oh, we got a satchel I didn't notice from that quest. Some bindings. They're 35, so cool. There you go. Raises us over a point on item level. Still very inferior. Between a rock and a thistle fir already. Moving data.
What do you need?
Nope. Not that guy. Maybe this one? No. It's Troll Charms, which we will be doing Troll Charms. This guy?
Yes.
Yeah. And I think we can lump some of these together, right? Troll charms, and then we can go turn in that befouled element. So let's go do these two. And I think there's an escort quest in here that we can do, right? There is a freedom to rule. We should just do that while we're here. So we're going to go through all of these. All right. So and then what'll happen is my cooking will be a little bit more involved, expensive recipe, you know, to get all the ingredients, not necessarily things we're always having right on hand. And my wife, who is also a very good cook, she's more of a... She might have some recipes that she goes from a cookbook. It's almost, I think of it more like mom style. Like, she will have her go-tos, and she will have things that... She's more of a... this just kind of looks right to me. Like, I'm going to take this... I'm going to cook this, and I'm going to put... I'm just going to throw this much of this spice in, or this much of this spice in. But she's very good, because there's freedom to rule, so we need that one. We don't have that quest. Hopefully they will finish soon, and we will be able to get in there, and we're just going to have to hope. That's all. I'd like to get it done while we're in there. But the way that our cooking will work is, like I said, I will usually do the cooking for the weekend. Some Fridays kind of a toss-up. Depends on if we have leftovers to make it through without needing to go to the store. Sometimes we'll just do, you know, something much easier. She might whip it together. It's just a whole other... Friday is kind of a wash because it's the end of the work week. But today, I'll be cooking because we have nothing. Yeah, these freaking thistle furs. This is going to be challenging. This escort is going to be hard for us because of the thistle fur non-stat buffed mechanic. It does suck, and it will provide a challenge. Okay. So, like for instance, I'm gonna have to take advantage of that. Oh, I need to put my poisons back on. So, and then she will normally, like Mondays, prep a bunch of food for the week. That's kind of our system. So she might make 2 to 3, usually 2, and then we'll go off of whatever the leftovers, and then that also depends. How much leftovers did my meals make on the weekend? Does she need to make 1 meal? Does she make 2? Like this past week, my leftover, we were out of town for the weekend, so we didn't cook, so we didn't have any leftovers, so then she made a couple meals on Monday, which were, like, she made like blackened chicken, which she does, we both make that one, but she does a good job at it, and then a salad, and then her and I mostly ate that, and then she made this, vodka sauce pasta with Italian sausage. Kids love it. Man, oh my gosh. I do not want... That was very close because I don't know why. His thorns were out of control. So I'm gonna have to be... I'm gonna be having to bust my... I gotta kite these guys. Because I almost don't want to be... I'm gonna have to blind. If I'm gonna get this escort done, this is a... Looks like homeboy's back though, so that's good. Only need 1 more troll charm also, by the way. I'm trying to clear out as much as I can. This is gonna be hard. And he's a little tougher. So there's that. But, man. Like, I gotta be dropping that after every fight. I gotta let him lead the way and tank. Okay. So let's try it. I am extremely leery about how this is gonna go down. I am not gonna be... I'm gonna let him get the initial aggro off of everything. Bro, I gotta... Oh, they joined the party. So they are... Alright, so these guys are... Yeah, so this is major... Ah, this thing, man, come on. Alright, so now I gotta get that one out. That's honestly the hardest part. And I used all my cooldowns on that one. So they did not answer me, but I will. I mean, it won't hurt my feelings if they leave. But there might be one more pack at the end. It makes it hard. I'm about to level up too, so that's pretty good. Which will help with the increased trivialization of these guys. And they are going to have that sort of... a buff that comes out of being so low level, it's almost like a buff. I still need 10 more Furbolgs. So we'll get some out here. Part of it too. Yeah, that counted. Cool. Okay. I'll take it. That was 2 more, so we need 8 more Furbolgs. And we'll just turn around and come after him if we need to. Love it. Okay, we're 33. So that the last one we gained was the death mark. So what is after death mark on our thing? We need this caustic spatter. Caustic spatter. I don't want to read that. Okay, caustic spatter. Envenom or Kingsbane applies a caustic spatter for 10 seconds. 18. Oh, so it increases AoE. So perfect. So it makes our Envenom splash to other targets. So it really gives you the ability to hit some AoE. for sure. All right, we're down. We got 5 of the 10 that we needed. So now when we hit with Envenom, it's gonna have an AoE effect. Okay. That was nice having the help, and also maybe my AoE was helping? I don't know. But that was 3 more. So. So he's ready to go. He's leaving. But we just did that. Okay, so I'm good. I don't really need them. They did not communicate. Maybe they don't speak English. Maybe they were just there to help out a friend. A stranger. We just need... Oh, we got some Yeti milk. What the heck? So now we are getting things that are outside of the drop rate. Like Yeti milk? That is not something that's normally in the loot pool for this level of mob. So that's interesting. Alright, so we have 2 quests we can go turn in right now. By the way, we have hit 33. So we have some increased our AoE potential. Okay, so we did the between a rock and a thistle fir. Cool. Excellent. More than just cool. Excellent. And we did the troll charm. Excellent. And now we're gonna head over to Freedom for Rule. Actually, you know what? There's a little vendor thing right there. Let's repair.
What do you need?
Yeah, I don't need that, but that I don't need mana. So these are, yeah, largely still weak sauce. I think you need, for those, pretty sure you need
Go with
alchemy for the antidotes now. Alright, so I will go up here first of all, just to check. Also, by the way, so we can go fish in this little water. Did I fish here already? I think I did. No, we did not. I don't think so. So we're gonna fish in this little spot. Get some more of our fishing on. And then we're gonna go up here and open this area up before I fly in here. We also have this lake series to fish in. We have this river on the border to fish in. So we do have a few little fishing spots. Of course, we can look for the cat. We did Ursangus. There's also the other 2. There's still 2 more. To 120 fishing. Slowly but surely. After I do Tanaris, Zul'Farrak we don't have any quests in. There is Searing Gorge. We do not have any quests there at all. Then we'll enter Feralis. Feralis caps with... Before I capped it with Maraudon, we would not do that now because we're going to play the things in the correct order this time. Either way, we don't have any of those. The only Feralis quest we have is also the chicken quest. So, after we do Feralis, I'm pretty sure the fishing quest would send you to... I think it's 4 places. I think it's Desolus, Feralis... Tanaris and Stranglethorn, or Swamp of Sorrows is actually it's Swamp of Sorrows, and that's it. So I know Feralis is one of them. Once we've hit up Feralis, that means that we'll be ready for fishing. So we'll do a couple things. We will do the fishing, do our final chicken, which will allow us to go back to Booty Bay to do the OOX of your own quest line. Which I think I already have that toy on pet on this account, so I mean on my overall account, so I don't think it's actually gonna give us a new pet. But you know, whatever. We're gonna complete the quest. But that's also whenever we complete that, since there's very, very little questing happening in the 6th tier, there's almost none. It's just the chickens. But we will also, that tier is where we will max out our cooking and fishing, our 2 side jobs. So we'll do the jobs for those. Oh man, we only got 273. So I wonder if because we're either not in chromie time or because of the zone we're in or the level that we're at, I wonder if we're not going to be getting a lot of good XP anymore, either for tin or for this zone. Unless we go to... I mean, we're still getting XP for experience for exploring. Yeah, look at that. We're starting to receive a much reduced XP. Okay, so Howling Vale, I did see that. So that's interesting to know. So we might get ourselves really cooked after we're gonna know by the time this zone is over, but we might find ourselves like, oh, you know what, we can't, like, we've got to get out of here because we need 24,000 XP at 273 a pop. That's nothing worse than, we've lived a much worse life than that. We can survive, we can make that. That's 4 every 20, so that's like 80 ore nodes plus the different questing and exploring we're doing. It's not the end of the world to get, and that would take us to 34. So basically we're above, we're taking a penalty, but we're not, with only 3 levels above the zone, we are not at that trivialized penalty yet. Or we will have to turn on chromie time if we want to continue leveling up in classic areas. Now this cat, I don't remember exactly where he appears, but he's right around here somewhere. I think he's up there by the Rainwood Retreat. Oh, that's Ghost Paw Alpha, which is like right down here. He's right around here somewhere, and I think he kind of helps fight in this area. But I know that that's one of the other things. He's the second pet. Typically down around here. Sometimes he's maybe all the way over here, if I remember correctly. That guy might aggro me. Yeah. So if you notice though, like these guys are getting a little easier, but it's definitely not trivialized yet, but it's getting easier. Alright, I did not see him. That area. Don't remember his exact pathing. Oh, we didn't. Skip me. I didn't auto loot. Trying to remember where else. I think he can sometimes be his way up here, all around here. I mean, whatever. What's his name? Shadumbra. I remembered. Shadumbra. Shadumbra. So he appears just right out in front of Rainwood. Oh, we're too far to the south. I don't think that... Will this mark me for PvP? Yes. So this is actually a good frame of reference of what it's going to be like to kill. Those guards. Where the heck is this dude? Oh, not there yet. More up here. Okay, so somewhere in this area. Maybe helps these guys. Up at the retreat itself. Narian Protector. Alright, where you at, Shadumbra? Know you're around here. Are you helping? Okay, right? Like down this path, yeah. Looks like it's like basically right here. Maybe they're killing them too good? It looks like the Warsong have absolutely won. I don't know. Weird. There he is. Maybe they'll, like, have a retaliation effort. Come on, Shadumbra. I wonder if this is, you know, sort of... No, they're still... Alright, Shadumbra's head now available. Shadumbra's head, that's back over there. That's why I wanted to do it. I thought we were going to have to... Back over. What will we get for turning these in? I mean, if we turn in our various ones, we're going to be... Okay. How much did we get for killing? We got 109, but that's because we were helped by it. Alright. Alright, dude, we killed Shadumbra as well.
And honor, some gold.
Okay, now we're honored with Orgrimmar. That's good. We gained some rep out of that. 3,000 XP is still not too shabby. Not amazing, but not too shabby. 17.5k, almost basically just shy of 18k. Yeah, so what else am I going to make this weekend? Tomorrow, I believe I'm going to make a curry. A coconut chicken curry. So, you know, it will look masala-esque, except it will be more of a Thai take on the curry with red pepper. We'll put it on white rice, use various spices, and then I'll use coconut milk and coconut water to add the creaminess to the sauce, with the spice coming from chili, Thai curry paste, and curry powder. I like to make a lot of curry. My wife and I both like it. My wife is very good at making it too. We make different kinds of curry. And then Friday I'll be making some Sunday, I mean, I'll be making some Greek chicken and potato kebabs. So I will either broil, my grill's out of commission right now. I will put some kind of Greek yogurt, marinated chicken with other spices and some potatoes. I will have some arugula that I'm putting on top of my steak sandwiches tonight, but I'll leave most of it to the side. And I'll make a light arugula salad, maybe a little arugula pine nut, feta. That can be as a side for that. I have a dressing that I make that my family loves. It's like a balsamic vinegar, honey. Probably talked about it before. Very easy to make. Alright, let's fish in this little area. That's copper. But we can fish in the Fallen Sky Lake. And then we would have to fish in this series of rivers, and we have to fish here. We're getting close on time, but we haven't even hunted for rares. I might start eschewing rares. I don't know. We'll kill a rare. That's one. We'll see where it takes us with XP. So it's going to be late dinner, as you see. We're getting up to 7 o'clock. But I gave my family the option. I said, we can have an early dinner, and I will cook now, and we'll probably be eating 5:36. And then I'll make my video after. Or I can make my video. You guys can have a little snack or whatever you need to get through. You're not going to be eating till like 8:30. And they elected for a later dinner. So. Yeah, so it's good. You know, my wife's been really handling. I've just been, I mean, honestly, between work and, then coming home and making these longer videos that I've been doing lately, I have not been a good husband when it comes to helping out with like basic chores around the house. And then any little bit of extra time I do have for the chores, I have been absolutely lazy. I mentioned this on a previous episode where right around Christmas, my closet got like just ripped apart. So I bought everything and I did reorganization of this room, but then I found all of these old like Legos, tons of old ones that my kids just have no interest in. Some of them were like booty, so I found like probably 4 boxes of just never opened Lego sets, and I was like, that cannot stand. So I did this fake, a huge, one of the biggest Lego sets I've ever done, but it was Bobo, like I think like Temu Legos. It was a Harry Potter, like the whole Harry Hogwarts thing, and it has all these different things, and it's got, you know, at least things from the first few movies. It's got the Whomping Willow. It's got the Chamber of Secrets. It's, you know, it's got all these things from Harry Potter, just segmented all through the castle. It's got a dragon that you put on the top. It's got Dementors. It's a huge set. It's actually in the background, but also very meticulous, tiny, and the Legos were Bobo, so the instructions were hard. It said Temu style. So really, I started this project, but then for at least the past month, I've been cooking and helping out in small little ways. Plus, you know, my son requires a lot of micromanaging when it comes to getting his homework done, and I pretty much nightly work on math with him for an hour or so. So there's that, and that counts. I count that morally as contributing to the household. Someone's got to do it. And so, but all that being said, any little extra time where in the past maybe I would have been doing the dishes, or I would have been doing the laundry, or whatever, I have been focusing on building all of these old Legos so that I could not have them go to waste and put them on the shelves. And I've said I'm not going to do my other project until that's all done. Like, I am not fixing the rest of the closet until I finish those. I'm very, very close. That's 4,000 XP. That's pretty good. That was only 800. I think we need that Genua of the Earthen Ring, if I'm not mistaken. That's the last one, so we'll pick that one up. So, all that is to say that
What can I do for you?
I will probably finish that today. The last one. To the happiness of all, and that's also why I'm doing all of this cooking. because I got to do something to earn my keep. Other than and it's not. Yes, my wife and I both work full time, but my wife works in healthcare and is one of the only. Say what you want about the healthcare system, and I agree that it is horrifically broken and needs major overhauls. But they pay well. They pay well. My wife can make it. She can pick up 2 overtime shifts if they give a bonus and make what I make in a month. So, government, not where it's at if you care about making money at all. Alright, so what do we need now? We did that one, we did that one. Torx Assault. That's down there. 9k remaining. We might not finish this zone today. We're getting close to finishing the exploration of the zone and all. Just have this to go. While we're running around here, we might find the dude. There's Sharp Talon. I don't know who that guy is. He's a rare. That is a rare horde guy, and I just saved his life. I'm awesome. I don't remember where this Torch Assault is. I think it is kind of on the entry as you come in from Northern Barrens. I should probably look it up. That looks like copper. Yeah. Get off me, bro. We already fished there. All right, let me look where this thing's at. Torex Assault. Shadumbra. Okay, it is just above Fallen Sky Lake here. By the hills. North. There it is. Get off me, bro. Okay, Torek. Yep, everyone's ready. We're gonna let him move out. We'll help him kill as needed. Now, between Sharp Talon's Claw and helping with this assault and turning in Genu of the Earthen Ring, we are on track to be at 34. Nice. Give us any. Okay. There they go. They're aggroing. We're not getting a lot of XP because we have allies, and that always hurts our cause. But things are getting easier.
Blood and thunder.
Okay, so now it's all coming full circle. Like in the beginning, it was all fine. Okay. What we don't have yet is this, there we go, we got a satchel. Oh, man. Gotta get in there. Okay. I gotta go join my friends. Ah, bummer. Yeah, I gotta get this guy out of the way. Luckily, we are at this, raider. greater level. Okay, last one. Oh man. Oh bro. Okay. Bunch of sentinels. Come on, y'all. Let daddy get to work here. Or mommy, I guess. She's a mommy. Okay, we did it. We are considered having succeeded. Great. Awesome. Okay, so now we can go back and turn in Torex Assault. And, actually first, let's go back over here and turn in Sharp Talon's Claw. Then we will go turn in Torex Assault. Moonwell of Cleansing, why not, right? We still... I think we did fish there. So there's only one spot left to fish, which is on this river, unless I uncover something else. So that's good. I'm pretty sure I fished here. Look, they're doing the same thing I'm doing. I'm not even stopping for that. It's too much trees. Alright, here we go.
I've been expecting you. Maybe.
Perfect. So there goes all three of our hunts. Go turn into Torex Assault. Very close to... What's our I feel like I'm gonna not be... We're getting diminishing returns on these on these tins, so it's kind of annoying. So we will... I'm gonna do it when it's helpful. Alright. Alright, we did hit this. Now we do need daggers, so even though we got a sword, it's not useful. Cool. 36 bindings, 1 point better. 37 boots, a little bit there. Alright, so we're up to 22. Not the best. But we did hit 34. So, remember last time we gained Iron Stomach? So moving over now, Virulent Poisons. Just extra 10% damage buff to poison. Passive across the board. Just a small tweak in our damage. Love it. Alright, what's next on the list of quests here? Ashenvale Outrunners, and then that's it. We just have those two, so we are very close to finishing. So I do think we can probably finish these quests and just get it done.
How you doing?
The Genoa of the whatever, Earthen Ring, that's turned in inside the dungeon. Not that big a deal. And then we do the Naga. Just 2 quests off. Might be time to... And then, do we hunt the rares? I don't know. I don't freaking know. Alright, so we need to find our little people. Let's see how, now that we're 34, how easy are mobs, you know? I hear one. There they are. How easy are mobs now at 34? Not trivial. I'll give you that. It's either, like I said, it's either 4 or 5. I mean, they're much easier. Oh, jerks. But absolutely, and threat's gonna go down, but again, not trivial. So... worth... See, this thing lights up more now. There's not an indicator on the screen. The actual icon lights up more when it's in when it's in like little free no cooldown mode. It's like more shiny and more bloodier. I mean, this is starting to become easier. maybe they won't be able to, like, freaking one-shot me, you know? I heard the guy. Usually pretty... Oh, there it is. I say I'm usually pretty good at spotting these guys. Alright, so at least now it's becoming, regardless of gear or whatever, we are... They're negligible. Like, it's not really a big deal. We're not invincible yet, which will happen in 1 to 2 more levels. But we are maybe we're strong enough with a 4-level boost to beat those goblins. Maybe. Is this... No, okay, that's not a damaging poison, doesn't matter. Okay, 4 more of these guys. And then it's just 1 to kill Naga. I hear him. Bro. Closer though. There they are. Jeez. Like if I lean closer, it'll make my headphones be better. It's like that old school, like when I used to play with my little sister, we played Mario Kart or something, and she'd be like turning the controller to the side to make the, you know, if she wanted to turn sharper in the game. Ah, good old days. Alright, 2 more of these guys. This quest is annoying because they are a little bit of a pain to find. Shut Tom again. Not a rare. Don't want to fight him as he runs through the path. Yeah, I'm on the fence about whether we hunt for rares or not. Really don't know. Because now, I mean, we might be good. We're going to find out, because I'm going to try to kill at the end of this episode. We are going to hearth and go after 1. We are. So... Alright, so all we need is the Nagas of the Strand and Genoa of the Earthen Ring. We're going to do both of those quests.
Greetings, man.
Perfect. Okay. Again, now you're getting 2,000. I can't believe we're getting... What really bums me out is that the ore is hurting. Or we are no longer getting good XP for ore. How much do we get now at 34? 130. So it's basically been cut in half, so it's about to be trivialized. So now, and where are we at? We're at 427. It's gonna be hard to get to this last level. I'll tell you that right now. Oh, I never fished in that last area. I guess let's go do that real quick too. Fish in our last area and get some XP. Now questing is still gonna give us a decent amount. Not as much as it was. But sure. It will give us still a, you know, a couple thousand here and there, but, you know, less, we're getting less XP from the quests because the quests are easier. Now exploration, as you can see, that still is rewarded. They like you to go explore, find the game. Yeah, we are gonna need also about 26,000 XP. So, and all of this is with a XP buff. There's maybe one spot up here. Forest Song. Nope, that's not it. Bow Shadow. This thing. Yep, that was our last. Ah, that was where you used to be able to find one of the old dragons that are now no longer elite. Okay, we're gonna fish right here, South Fury River. Cool. And then we're gonna fly all the way back across the zone. And turn in those last few quests. And then we're gonna make a decision. We are going to, for tomorrow's episode, we're going to make a decision about whether or not we can beat these Booty Bay Bruisers. Do you get XP for beating them? Do we want to trivialize them? Because if we get no XP, then it's a freaking grind. And if we could trivialize them, great. Let's do that. Why not? Like, why would we not want to make the amount of time we will save by increasing our grind, or by whatever? So, man. If we get XP from the goblins, okay, you know what we're gonna do? I don't know. Truly, I'm on the fence, because if we switch over to Chromie time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, if we switch over to Chromie time, like, will that change these zones? You know, like these all say 30, right? But if we switch to Chromie time, so in a perfect world, we can switch to Chromie time, quest our hearts out, and you know, keep doing what we're doing, get the maximum amount of XP for doing it, and the Booty Bay Bruisers stay level 30. That's perfect world. Or alternatively, when I go try to kill a Booty Bay Bruiser right now, one, it is possible, like their 3,000 damage is nerfed enough. I don't even know what my freaking life is. Like, I do not know how to check my HP. I don't know. Like, when I hover over it, I could, that's probably a setting I could change in LVI. Let's check that. LVI general? No. Not action bars. Player. Is it nameplate? Player. Health. Heal. Use class. Position. Bop, bop, bop. Text format. See, that doesn't give me a lot. Data bar. No, I need, like, health. This is kind of what I was... Font, general... Decimal... Value... Maybe this is just in general options? Nameplates? My name. No, it's not nameplates. I want to find health. I feel like this is gonna be something I freaking need to. Not an action bar. Combat. But it doesn't tell me. I don't actually want that. Take that off, please. Oh man, where did I just add that? In. Yeah, get that off. I'll have to research this later. I'm not going to waste any more time on this episode. But I don't know. It used to be you could hover over and you could see, like, your points here. I have no idea. I can see the percentage of my life, but I don't know what my actual ultimate life is. And I don't see it in my overall stats. I know you can look at... I see that my overall stam is increased by 9,500. But does that mean that that's what my life is? Or... Oh, I forgot. Alright, where's the quest for the Naga? Not that one. Okay, maybe it's her? Yeah. Naga the Zormstrand is one that we are going to do. 20 Wrathtail heads. We'll do that on the way back, because we have to go up into Black Fathom Deeps to turn in Genoa of the Earthen Ring. But yeah, quests are greatly diminished returns right now. This time, I am not fighting all of my way through these elites. We are going to be focused on getting there as quickly as possible, since we can stealth our way through. Looks like someone has recently been in here anyway. Which is cool for us. Yeah, it looks like someone has just come and cleared the way, which is interesting, because who even does dungeons like that anymore? It's not classic. Maybe some people were here just to quest? Oh. Maybe it's somebody like me. Unless these Naga count as the 20, in which case, sure, I will grab some of those on the way out. To see if there's another one in the water, because they missed one. These guys aren't on the strand though, so look, there they are. Level 80 Zandalari Troll Druid who's just chilling. What is his game?
Hey man, help us! The Twilight's Ham would be fixing
Some
to
other time.
sacrifice our green
See, that's
hive.
only 1,000 now. 30 belt, that's not even as good. So now we're not getting loot that is scaled to our level. So if we're gonna need to level up more, and we might, we gotta get out of here. We have to go do Chromie time. So like I was saying, in a perfect world, we're gonna continue to get some XP. More than like 2 XP, like we'll at least get 100 or so off of every goblin, and they are killable. These priestesses are not... They do not give us Wrathtide heads. Alright, so we only have one quest that is worthwhile. Okay. Now, I'm wondering, will we be able to find quests that are no longer in the game? I don't know. No. When we look at our future expansions, that might have to be a setting that I toggle. But that'll be easier once I'm doing, like, added with patch, blah, blah, blah. We're just looking at that particular thing. Alright, so we need to kill 20 Naga, and we're good to go. See, this is what we're at, this like sweet spot of the mobs are not hard, but we are not one-shotting them. they're not really killing us, but they're certainly not... Yeah, we're certainly not killing them fast, and we get little to no XP for them. And we don't get scaled loot from them. So, this is like the... Right now we are getting the worst of both worlds. So I do like this whole Envenom splashes, but splash could be a little bit. It's a little far of a splash. See, like, I still, even against these guys who are much weaker than the Booty Bay people. What is that guy doing? Got another one coming down. Alright. Alrighty. 16 more dudes. We'll turn this one in, and then we're gonna hearth back to Stranglethorn, and we're gonna see what it feels like to kill one guard. So, like I said, if the guards are killable, then yeah, I don't like this. These stupid crabs. Okay, so maybe I don't use Envenom. Because look, I'm not... I will obviously not be able to fight two Booty Bag Bruiser guards at the same time. They're freaking... I can't even barely kill two of these guys at once. I'm not optimistic. Alright, so now if I'm gonna fight this guy... Girl, whatever. I guess the one positive is that... Oh, what the heck? See, like, that one wasn't even... You know what? Get out of there. I'll use that whenever I can. Maybe I can't use it a lot, but... Because it makes it to where, now when I do that, I just... Oh yeah, I can open that now. Just open these, why not? 15 copper, okay. They still exist. I've been taken out of the game. Alright, so, yeah, we're getting there slowly but surely. Still need, what, 22,000 XP? What the heck is happening here? Why can't I hit him with that? Weird. Maybe he was glitching out due to the nature of his whirlwinding around. I think that's probably what it was. Okay, 8 to go. Yeah, so if that's the case, if we can handle the Booty Bay Bruisers, and they give us, like, not much harder than what we're doing right now, and they give us XP, right about where we're at right now, then we're just gonna ride it out right now as it is, and if they get trivialized, they get trivialized. Not a big deal. I don't know why I'm going over there. I will, but I'm gonna at least fly. It'll be quicker. That is a quest from retail. I mean, from Classic. But it's probably been changed now because I didn't see it on my list to go kill this Ruzel. Yeah, she says, our great queen beckons us forward. I'm guessing she's talking about Ajara. 5 to go, 3/4 of the way done. Oh, I was gonna say I'm gonna bleed my way out of stealth. Ah, you stinker. So if that's not the case, then second best scenario will be we can trivialize them, or I can turn on the Chromie time, which allows me to continue getting quests and stuff, trivializing those guys, and they don't move. Everything else moves in Chromie time, but they don't. Cool. That would be cool. Medium option, which is going to be annoying but not the end of the world. We go and Chromie time it up to make them trivial, whatever level that happens at. But they scale, so then we have to turn Chromie time off every time we want to go fight those guys. And that's like just this annoying little thing, but it's not the end of the world. Alright, let's go turn this in. Okay, so we're going to turn this in. The only thing we didn't do is hunt for rares, which we are not going to waste our time on. Actually, everything is so trivial now that we need to do Chromie time if I want to continue to level up. So, dude. So we're going to just go right for the Booty Bay to try, and then if not, on the next episode, we're going to finish getting to 35.
Talk to me.
Okay, cool. So we're good there. We're about halfway through. We were at 31. My goal was to get to 35. Didn't quite happen. Alright, so let's go find out what fighting a Booty Bay Bruiser is like right now. Can I even kill one? If so, how freaking hard is it? And, like, do I need every cooldown? Then that's not sustainable. And if so... Oh, look, I just gained all... By doing that last quest, I gained mostly rep with those trolls, but... What the heck is shooting? I cannot kill those Bloodsail guys. Alright, let's see. What happens if I fight a Booty Bay Bruiser? Uh-oh. So, they are not trivialized. And they are absolutely not... I can't do it. Nope. And, okay, I can't beat one. So, that was poop option. I cannot beat one. So next thing, we have to go to Orgrimmar. Gotta turn on Chromie time. And then on the next episode, what we'll do is we'll go hunt the rares. We've done everything else. And maybe if we have Chromie time turned on... oh, wait a minute. No, it is. That is where I want to be, right? I want to be up there. Oh, God. I don't know how you can tell if you have Chromie time turned on, but I'm fairly certain I do not have Chromie time turned on. So we need to go do that with this character, and then hopefully that will allow us to continue leveling up. Again, checking to see... Take us to the Undercity. Okay. So, I don't know if you can. You should be able to just warp back from Undercity to Orgrimmar with the top of this tower right here. Oops. Okay, so next time we're gonna change the Chromie time now. That should make everything scale. I do worry about the Booty Bay aspect. I don't think those guards. So it's gonna be a turn on and turn off kind of thing. Which case, so let's see. At what level are mobs trivialized Warcraft? Yeah. This is not okay, not at what level. How many levels above a mob is it needed to trivialize them? Warcraft. Let's see. Five plus levels, but that's until you significantly out level the max level of that specific zone. That does not help me. 5+ levels is what it used to be. And I don't see any new area. So what does significantly outlevel a zone mean? So if there's no magic trivialization, then that means I'm just hoping to hit there soon. Like, I don't know when the magic thing... So we're gonna basically need to just check every freaking time now. So now, if I go to timeline, we're gonna... recommended is, I think, probably what we are. We need Cataclysm.
Someone would have thought someone named Deathwing would
I don't
bring
need
about
that.
so much destruction.
So now, if you look, it goes up to 71, which is good. It just means that we'll go look for the elites for that next time. So now mobs will... I don't want that. Mobs will, everything will... We'll be back to getting good XP and good ore and all that crap again. So that will at least speed things up. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching, listening, and tuning in. What we are now going to do is, tomorrow's episode, we're going to just work. We're going to use Chromie time. Then one time I'm going to go and check to see, do those guys stay at 30? But now I anticipate that they won't. So since they probably won't, we're going to have to then go turn Chromie time off and go back, and we're going to check every level until we can beat those Booty Bay mobs. Hopefully it doesn't take us more than a few levels. Thanks, everybody, for watching, listening, and tuning in. I will see you all on the very next episode of Lore of Warcraft. This one is in the pipe, 5x5.